Hey guys, I'm back again for the second part. Sorry about that. I ran over the 10 minutes and I didn't realise. Oh well. Okay, so crack on. Next question comes from Jeff, the laid back retro gamer. Hello Jeff. Okay, he's got a couple of questions he wants to ask me, and the first question is my earliest gaming memory. I mentioned this before in my introduction video. My earliest gaming memory would be when I was about 8 years old, and my father sat me down in front of a Commodore 64 and a portable TV with a copy of Wide Exploding Fist, and a gamer was born. It was like, that game was just absolutely fantastic, and it just led me on to like tons and tons and tons of C64 games. Games like IK Plus, the sequel to Wide Exploding Fist, Bruce Lee, Beachhead, Hunchback, the whole Last Ninja series, Kai Warriors, just absolutely stacks. There were so many games when I was a kid, it was ridiculous. And then later on I got the floppy drive, so we had the 3¼ floppy drives. What's three? No, 5¼ floppy drives, which was 3.5 inch on the Amiga, that's right, I think it was 5¼ now. Anyway, whatever, floppy drive, had the Uridium, which was a fantastic side-scrolling shooter or shmup, whatever you want to call it. Fantastic game, really awesome, still a classic to this day I believe. And then I had cartridges like Robocop 2, which fitted in the back, and the whole Commodore 64 thing was just awesome. Sticking your little screwdriver in the tape deck to try and get the heads right aligned so the game wouldn't crash after about an hour of loading. And the action replays with the red buttons on the back. It's just, oh man, it's quality. Can't beat the Commodore 64. Okay, so next question Jeff wants to know. One game I regret paying full price for on street date and why. There's a lot of games over the years that I've bought. I've been hyped and hyped and hyped, especially V3 and all the more recent consoles. It's like they hype the hell out of games and you think, yeah, I really want to get it. And there is a couple, and two in particular I can think of, are Gears of War on the Xbox 360, because I spent 72 hours playing that when I first got it. I spent the whole weekend caning the game, loved it to bits, but then there's no replay value. It was just, yeah, it's boring as hell. There's so many glitches and it just annoyed the hell out of me. They did fix it better with the sequel. I thought it was a lot more fun, but yeah, it was just crap, waste of money that was. And the second one has got to be Killzone 2. It was the biggest pile of shit I've ever wasted my money on. 40 quid for that crap, they're having a laugh. All you ever get out of people is, oh, the graphics are so beautiful. Who gives a shit? It ain't got no gameplay. The controls are completely atrocious. The aiming is just diabolical. It's just a mess. I mean, I've already been through this on my PS3 collection, but I hate that game. So yeah, Jeff, Killzone 2 is probably the biggest one that I regret spending money on. Alright, next question Jeff wants to know. My favourite arcade to console port. Now this one's a tough one. I've narrowed it down. It's between Street Fighter 2 because of the Super Nintendo conversion, and Final Fight, which is just fantastic, and the Sega CD conversion was by far one of the greatest arcade to home ports I've ever seen in my life. It's just absolutely perfect and spot on, so I'll probably go with Final Fight CD. Also Operation Wolf would have been one, because Operation Wolf was one of my favourite games of all time, and it still stands that way now. I just love that game, but I just don't find it works very well with the old light guns. It's a bit crap. I think if you really want an ultimate light gun experience, you're going to have to get Time Crisis 2 for the PS2. Now I know I hate the PS2, but Time Crisis 2 is just stunning. It is like the arcade in your living room. The G-Con 2 is super accurate. The game's a little short. I did complete it the first night I bought it, but it's just brilliant. You just play it and play it and play it. It means a light gun game, you're going to get replayability. It's just fantastic. So if you haven't already got it, guys, pick up an old TV, pick up a PS2, and you can grab Time Crisis 2. It's fantastic. And I know I did sell a PS2, so that's a bit shitty recommending it, but it's just a fantastic game. If you've got a PS2, buy it. Right, and Jeff wants to know, the last question from Jeff is, have I ever visited America? I'm afraid not, Jeff. I've not got a passport, so I've never left England. I do plan on doing it at some point. I would really like to go and visit New York, which is where I think you're from. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. So I really want to go and visit New York. It's the main place. I just think it looks absolutely amazing. I'd really go and enjoy that. I'd also like to go and visit Area 51, but unfortunately that's not going to happen now, because the last outpost, I think it was on a mountain top, and they've extended the border over the last few years, so you can't get near it, which really sucks. I'd also like to go and visit Roswell, New Mexico, because that would just be an amazing experience. I'd really love to go there. And there's a couple of other places. I watched Stephen Fry's America program, and there's loads of places like down in the south that are absolutely beautiful. There's some really nice places in America that look gorgeous. Places like Miami don't really appeal to me, because it's like Los Angeles. It just looks a bit fake with the celebrity and the tan bodies and all that shit. I want culture. I don't want all that crap. But there you go. So yeah, one day, Jeff, maybe I might make it there. You never know. Okay, and the last couple of questions are from the Evil Sloth Man up in Scotland, and he wants to know, what is my favourite handheld? Okay, so basically, I've never been a big fan of handheld consoles. It's not something I can really get into, because I always find I buy the console, play it a bit, get bored, put it down, never pick it up again. But I have to say, the original Game Boy, it was an absolutely stunning bit of kit. I won it in a competition in a newspaper in the UK called The Sun. It was a Spot the Difference competition. And I won a Game Boy with WWF and Tetris, and then I went on to buy Zelda later on. It was just fantastic. I mean, Zelda was fantastic, WWF was fantastic, but Tetris just ate up so much time. I mean, my dad had the Game Boy for God knows how long because he was addicted to the game. It was just fantastic, and I've never really found a handheld that comes close since. I've been enjoying the DS a little bit, but yeah, the PSP was great, but I could never really get into it. I started playing Ridge Racer, loved that. After that I got a bit bored, so yeah. But yeah, I'd say the original Game Boy really. Okay, next question from Evil Slothman. What console would you want to get next? Without a doubt, it's got to be a Sega CDX, which is known as the Wonder Mega in the UK. Combination of Mega Drive cartridge slot with a CD drive, Mega Drive and Mega CD, or Genesis and Sega CD. Absolutely stunning bit of kit. They're really, really expensive on eBay. They're a pain in the arse because they cost so much. And it's really annoying. I'd love a box one, but they're not $400. I'm not paying that, so it's going to be a loose one. But yeah, the Sega CDX is definitely up there. I'd also like to pick up a Jaguar again because I love Jaguar. Just for Doom and Wolfenstein, have also got cool music. And my last question comes from the Evil Slothman as well, which is my favourite PS3 title. Now I've got to say, this is a tough one because there's two. It's Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, and Grand Theft Auto 4. It's really hard to pick between them because there's such fantastic games for such different reasons. Yeah, I've basically played with both games twice, and I absolutely love them both. It's difficult. I think GTA may just edge it because it's such a fully rounded, fully fleshed out game, and the central character Nico was fantastic, and the acting was awesome. The car mechanics were just amazing. The missions were just great fun, and it really emotionally got you involved. But then Drake's Fortune has some amazing cutscenes, which is like a bloody film. It even feels like you're playing the film. I don't know. It's a real. I'm gonna have to do a tie, I think, because it's just, yeah, Drake's Fortune and GTA 4 because they're just awesome. So sorry about sitting on the fence. I can't really make a decision between them two. So there you go, guys. That's my Q&A. I hope you've all really enjoyed it, and I hope I've answered everybody's questions. I think I have. So there you go. I'll be making another video shortly, I'm sure. But for the time being, have a great day, and I'll see you all again soon.